Hey guys, this is PatriotSeeker here. I'm gonna do a little quick video on just my fine piece of machine that I choose for combat here. This is the WASR-10 63 Romanian. It's the general purpose GP model. The year I think it was built. I think it says 1984. So few years old. But so what I'm going to do is just explain a little bit about this rifle here, so you can get to understand these rifles a little bit more better. Start off with some history. I think it was Mikhail Kalashnikov of the Soviet Red Army. He was a tank crewman and tank mechanic. He was fascinated with machinery and just mechanics of everything. So he decided in 1944 through 1946 to design the Kalashnikov, the AK-47. Now, he did this because he wanted to provide the Soviet Army with a fine piece of machine, a rifle that will function after you put it through HAL and back again. This thing is a great rifle, and I would recommend it to everyone out there, whether you have a big budget for rifle purchasing or if your budget's pretty small. You know, it's a good rifle. Is why I called it the GP, the general purpose, is because this is a post-ban rifle. Before they banned this, they were pretty much only made for single stack magazines. And once the GPs came out, they made the well so you can fit a double stack 30-round mags in. So that was something that changed after the ban. A few other things that changed after the ban is this is from Century Arms. They worked with Tapco to do a few things, like switch out the compensator and bayonet lug that's up all right here. You could fit a bayonet on there. The folding stock actually too was another thing from Tapco, along with the grip and the new trigger system, which reduces trigger slap. There you go. So they did a few things to make it more modernized for a civilian purpose, and it worked out. It's pretty nice. Some things I didn't like about this rifle was when I got mine, my front sight was a little bit canted off to the left, so I had to learn how to compensate when I shot with that. When I hit a range, I had to figure out where to place my shots, how to line it up with the rear iron sights, just to get a good shot. And eventually I improved on that, and it turned out really good. So that wasn't a real too big problem with me. Most of you who don't have a lot of money to spend to switch out stuff, it's gonna piss you off a little bit. But other than that, it's pretty good. The canted sight problem can actually easily be fixed by this little side it's a side mount adapter that sometimes comes with these WASRs, and if you don't have one, you're pretty much shit out of luck, especially if you have canted front sights or you're not too keen on iron sights. But with this, you could attach optics on here, red dots, scopes, whatever you need. You could also do that with the front hand guards. You can switch those out for a top and bottom tactical rail, so you can put your optics on there. Up here would be more of a recon style on the top, and on the bottom, you can have your vertical hand grips and such. You can have lasers on the sides. You can have side mounts such as lights, more lasers, whatever you need, really. It's a fully customizable weapon. This rifle, like I said, I recommend it to everyone who is interested in rifles and loves history or just wants to protect yourself. It's a good home protection weapon, but when it comes to home protection, I'd use a shotgun. But out in the field, say if something stupid and heinous happens and you got to chase someone outside, this thing is going to get some mean range down on those targets. Let's see, what else is something I didn't like about this? I liked a lot of things, but mainly is the tarnished name that the AK-47 has. It's known as the enemy's rifle of choice. And yeah, it's true. Every conflict and war that we've been in, past the Korean War, all of our enemies have used these right here. But they use them for a good reason. They're smart. These rifles themselves, they're they're reliable. They're heavy duty rifles right here. These would function probably better on a sandstorm, windy day, or whatever. Drop it in the mud better than an M4 would. M4 would fuck up bad. So that's why I have this right here. Let's see what else is some stuff about this rifle. Things I did like about it, like I just said, the reliability, the durability. It's a good mud gun. Mud gun is a term used by a lot of gun enthusiasts, meaning that it could be put through hell and back. This rifle is meant to go through some crap. It can have chalk mud inside of the dust cover. It could have rocks in there, and dropping water, it's gonna fire. This thing is good, and even if it doesn't, it's easy to field strip. You just take off your dust cover right back here with this little button, and everything from there pretty much comes out. You just pull everything out, quick, easy swap, fix, clean, whatever you need, throw it all right back into place, lock it in, and you're ready to rock and roll again. You can go ahead and get down to business. So that's real cool about this rifle. A couple other good things is the parts market that the general purpose WASR-10 AK-47s have. There's a huge parts market out there. These guns are so hot right now. It's actually really hard for me in my hometown to find ammunition for these, because once they come off the trucks at Walmart or gun shops or whatever, there's a line of people that are in there to buy 7.62 rounds for their SKS, their Mini 14s, or their AK-47s or WASR-10s. So the parts market's good. You have some problems with ammunition, but other than that, it's really awesome. So again, I would recommend this to people who have a small budget, a low budget to work with if they want to purchase something like this. Let's see, what else could I tell you about this fine piece of work? Everything on it, like I said, it's fully customizable, from the magazines to the slings. Like this sling right here is a Chinese AK-47 surplus sling that I got for a still at a surplus store for like $3. They didn't know it was worth a little bit more than that, but you know what? I'm not bitching, so take the sling and bounce. Another cool thing about it is the magazines. This is a fun little hobby that I've recently been getting into. I noticed there's another chap here online who's getting into magazine collecting. It's what's his name? Mr. Lock and Load. Yeah, the magazines. You can get these little polymer Tapcos that are they're all right. I wouldn't recommend using them out in the field. I'd use them more for practice. They tend to break down here if you go prone. Just slams in the dirt a little too hard. I'd go all still surplus. So that's something I would go for. But like I was saying, there's a wide range of these magazines. You can turn it into a hobby collecting them. I have a couple Bulgarians. I got a couple Russians. I got some Chinese surplus flatbacks, which are fucking awesome. So when it comes to magazines, you're always going to have a market for that too, and different kinds. So if you start to create a preference of liked magazines, you have that to look forward to. Let's see what else. Pretty much that's about it. All that I have right now, focusing on the WASR-1063 Romanian. Like there's other things that you can get into, such as load bearing equipment. I got a little Chinese 4 capacity 30 round magazine pouch. I got my harness, and that's all you pretty much need for something like this. Is a good loadout. You can pretty much customize everything else however you want it, to fit your standards a little bit more. But for me, this is all I need to roll with. This is my weapon of choice right here when shit hits the fan. This right here will get you through some shit. The round itself, the 7.62 by 39, it's such a big round. Now, yeah, you might, have heard stuff or have even experienced the low accuracy out at far ranges, 250 plus yards. Inside of that, it's a great gun. It's got the takedown power. The 5.56 doesn't have as much takedown power as these rounds do. The 7.62 round is like a big speeding rock flying at you from God knows where. That thing is made to destroy flesh and bone. It's meant to shatter It's just meant to do its job and take you down. The 5.56, on the other hand, there's been reports. There was reports about the insurgency in Iraq and places like Fallujah, where a lot of the insurgents were getting huffed up on adrenaline, shooting up heroin, doing drugs, doing all kinds of stuff, and our soldiers were having such a hard time to take them down with the 5.56. They'd just keep going. They'd jump right back up. Unless you can get that range where you have a successful round tumble, I forget the term for that. Once that round starts to spin and tumble, yeah, it's going to do some ricochet damage, tear a lot of flesh out. AK-47 rounds, the 7.62, the tumble on those is easily achieved. I'm pretty sure once you get it out to maybe 150 yards, that round is going to start tumbling and spinning and spinning. And once it smashes into whatever it's getting, it's going to cause a lot of damage. It's going to rip bone out. It's going to tear flesh. Your enemy or your target, they're not going to see what hit them. Basically, with this rifle right here is a cause of thousands and thousands of deaths on our soldiers in the United States. Because, like I said earlier, this is like the weapon of the enemy here. It's considered the Grim Reaper on the battlefield. Has a very distinct sound from downrange when it's coming into your direction. People don't forget these right here. This is a killing machine. Yeah, it's general purpose, but it's what these are for. Why I have it is, if shit hits a fan one day, this is my weapon right here. This is what I'm going to bring the fight to the enemy with. You can't really go wrong with too much of AK-47s. That's pretty much it, all that I have for you right now. If you have any other questions or comments, just feel free to leave them. And I can possibly get back to you on that with some comments, messages, or maybe some response videos. Anything will help right now. Got to get those views up. Need some inspiration to make some better videos because I get fucking bored. So if you guys want to see this out in the field or something, just let me know, and I'll get a hold of you whenever I can. But yep, this is the WASR-10 63, general purpose, Romanian. PatriotSeekers. See ya.